Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Mayor, what alternative funding sources did you explore before deciding to increase your precepts, such as seeking additional central government funding or reallocating funds from other parts of the budget?
So there's only two precepts we increased. So it may need to clarify which one he means. Does he mean the police precept or the non-police and fire brigade precept?
I mean your precept, the mayoral precept.
So the fire brigade precept?
No, the mayoral precept. So your additional, your cumulative increase, 75.1% over your mayoral term, your portion of council tax, to clarify.
So just to clarify, Chair, is it a question about this draft budget or the last 8 years' budget?
Well, you seem to have been speaking in general about your entire mayoral term. I mean, keep it as brief as possible if you can.
Oh, no, I'll do both.
Yeah.
I'll do both.
Yeah,
so the first part of your question is the last 8 years, and the second part is next year. Is that clear, Chair?
Yeah.
Clear. So
the coming year, in your draft consultation budget. Yeah.
Oh, so that's just 1 year.
Look, you know, we can, Mr. Mayor. Look, no.
I know he's new, Chair, but come on, it's 7 months now.
Look, no, I know he's thin-skinned and sensitive, Mr. Chairman. But if you could address my question, which is your proportion of council tax going up, can you please address why have you not sought to look at other areas of your budget or speak to your mates in this commie new government and whether they'll give you new money as you promised they would?
Chair, I suspect some members of the government may be instructing lawyers about being called commies. But let's deal with the issue of substance, which is there are two reasons why the precept on council tax from the GLA is going up. The first reason is to support our police. The police have faced two big cuts over the last 14 years. The first big cut over 14 years is they've lost £1.1 billion from their budget from central government. That's a third of core funding lost. The second part the police have lost is over the last, between 2008 up until now, which is because the previous mayor didn't raise the police precept. They have lost £350 million from their budget. That's one of the reasons why police officer numbers went down to 29,000. One of the reasons why we've had fewer PCSOs. One of the reasons why we have police stations closed off. Now we have today the sight of Conservatives complaining because police cadet ages are being reduced. So what I've done is to take the decision that I want to support the police and be pro-police. So I've increased the police precept by £14, and every penny of that money raised goes to the police and crime prevention, which is about £58 million. If I took his advice and didn't raise that, that means £58 million further cuts that are going to be found. The second part of the increase in council tax precept is to support the fire brigade. Members of this Assembly in Londoners will know, and we saw the consequences of this in the awful fire in 2017 at Grenfell, is the previous mayor closed down fire stations, sold off fire engines, reduced fire staff. The leadership was hollowed out. Big problems in the fire brigade.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. This is about his mayoralty.
So what I've done,
if I may, I think I've given the mayor ample time to try and address, although he's failed. The reality is, Mr. Mayor, if you're acting as a friend to the police, closing police stations, cutting police numbers, I'd hate to think if you were their enemy. Mr. Mayor, in reality, over your mayoral term, we've seen a 75.1% increase, including this coming year's budget, of your mayoral portion of council tax. Now, you have consistently blamed over the course of your mayoralty having a Conservative government and a coalition government, which you constantly like to refer to. But now we have a Labour government. Your manifesto was filled with drivel that if we had a Labour government and a Labour mayor, things would be better. You wouldn't need to do the things that you're doing now. So were you lying in your manifesto, or are you misleading us now?
There's a lot to absorb there, Chair. Let me try and unpack what's just been said. So between 2010 and July 2024, relevant July 2024, the amount of additional money the Met Police Service received from the government over 14 years, cumulative for the police, was £44 million. So cumulative money received from the government, additional money to the police, £44 million, 14 years. In the first 7 months under this government, the Met Police Service have received £208 million addition. So in 7 months, his words, not mine, my mates in the government have given the Met Police Service 4.5 times more in funding than his mates did
it's so wonderful,
in 14 years.
Why, if it's so wonderful, are you putting your hands deeper into Londoners' pockets? If you've received all the money that you've asked for, why are you still doing it?
Mr. Chair, surely he knows one budget is not going to undo 14 years of cuts. And what we need is to make sure that we continue to invest in our police. Police officer numbers have been going down. Police staff numbers have been going down. Police stations have been closing. Youth clubs have been closing.
Under you.
Youth workers have lost their jobs. What we're doing is investing in young people, youth clubs and youth workers, and investing in the police. And it's quite clear, Chair, with the Conservatives on the Assembly, they want to cut the police budget by £58 million next year.
Mr. Chairman, I just say as a flourish, if you voted for this man, you voted to be poorer as a Londoner. Thank you.
Thank you, Assembly Member.